things don't go always as we expect them to. Hey guys, Dan Greer with Forge coming at you today from Scottsdale, Arizona. Walking back to my place from grabbing lunch with a great friend down here. And, a guy who sold me stuff in the past. So just because you've been sold something don't mean they can't become a friend. Anyways, my point here is very simple. I want you to know that not everything goes as planned. And that's normal. That's very, very normal for not everything to go as planned. I'm going to be honest with you. I wrote a book, right? Grit, Grease, Grace. Grit, Grease, and Grace. Leadership Forged in the Trenches. Great book. Love it. Absolutely stoked for it to come out. Can't wait. Got the copy sitting for me at home right now to look at the pre-copies before they come out. I had this goal to have it launched by October 19th. That was my goal, to have all the bricks printed, copied, and launched by October 19th. Well, my printer kind of dropped the ball. Well, I did a couple of reworks, revisions. I'm not blaming anybody. Okay? We both had our hands in the kitty as to why this thing didn't happen the way it should have, when it should have. But the truth is that it's not released by October 19th. Okay? Is it the end of the world? No, not at all. Not at all. No, push it out and release it right at the first year. Heck, maybe it'll be ready to go by Christmas. Hopefully I can have copies. You can buy a copy for Christmas. That's my hope. That's my hope. Okay? That's my hope. But here's my thing. Not everything goes perfectly. Not everything goes as planned. Not everything's beautiful. If I had this going as planned, I would have launched this book on the birth date of Eclipse DOT, which is 10/19, 6 years after I opened the business. How cool would that have been? I could have built so much hype around that. I could have so much fun. But honestly, I wasn't ready for that. No, I wasn't. I wasn't ready for it. God knew I wasn't ready for it, and that's why he pushed it back the way he did. Okay? But things don't go as planned all the time. Right? I wasn't planning on being Phoenix for this long. I wasn't planning on not having people quit and me having to come down here and do all this crap myself. I wasn't planning on certain things happening. But you know, it's really good that they happen, because if my sales guy wouldn't have quit on me, you know what? Yeah, I'm not happy he quit. You invest in people and they don't give a crap about you, but I'm not happy he quit. But I digress. My point is that if he wouldn't have quit, I would have been at a trade show today and I would have lost more money doing that than I would have been having lunch with a good friend. Right? Which is huge to me. Huge. Air pressing this button to walk across the street. The truth is that things don't go as planned, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing when things don't go as planned. You, as a Forge leader, have to learn to roll with the flow. You gotta roll with the punches. When things change, cool. It happens, man. It's not the end of the world when things change. And as soon as you realize that, it'll help you out drastically. Because the truth is that change is not a bad thing. Sometimes it's protection. Sometimes it's allowing things that need to happen. That's what change is. Okay? And it's not bad. I just want you to realize that it's not bad. I want you to realize that when things don't go as planned, if you pivot, you get stronger. And that's what I want to encourage you to do as a Forge leader. I want you to get stronger. I want you to become better every day. I want you to grow. If you're a Forge leader, you're growing. Right? If you're a Forge leader, you're doing stuff nobody else is doing. If you're a Forge leader, you're not afraid of the furnace. You're not afraid to get hot. You're not afraid to be molded, to be beat on a little bit, to be pounded. I'm not talking about getting beat up. I'm talking about being shaped. We're talking about how the blacksmith shapes the sword. It takes heat. It takes getting beat. It takes grinding. Then to get the edge on, it takes finesse with a hand and a file. It takes pressure to make all that stuff happen. You guys, I want to encourage you to get out there. I want to encourage you to get forged. I want to encourage you to pivot when things don't go the way you expected them to, and to look for the bright side of why they happened the way they did. All right, guys, get out there, get forged, get you some later.